Y'all saw my video cut off again. Out of nowhere. But I only got 30 freaking minutes on my memory. But y'all, like I said, she was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom and she was right there by the door, motivating me to just be patient. Even though I was trying to text my dude, call him. I'm talking about, I ain't never been ignored that heavy before. I mean, we just made plans to do this. You seen my kids leave, and you not answering, and you just was behind me. And I mean, I ain't got to forgive you for all the stuff you did. And I mean, why we can't walk separately? You ain't even transform a car. Like, I mean, I'm glad you didn't. But I'm just being honest, y'all. That's how I was thinking going that far in front of him. So it's just, you ever turn corner. Y'all, I sat out there. Like I said, I came out the bathroom and I sat at the table. And after her confirming again, she was like, them ain't real fruit, but girl, y'all gonna have real fruit in the kitchen before long in a house like this. I be darned if 10 seconds later a freaking police officer came in there. So I'm just thinking, like, why would y'all be showing a police officer a house dressed in uniform? And she said something to me. She was like, she didn't even say my name for real. She said my name, but with his name on the back of it. And she was like, talking to me. I couldn't believe it. What are you? She was basically saying I was trespassing. And they wanted me arrested. I'm looking at the people like, what? She was like, have you been here before? And, I was like, yes, man. I signed papers. Girl, I can't believe this. Y'all act like y'all was family. I thought this was what, girl, you can say whatever you want to say. Say I went crazy. Girl, I was sitting there like, when the police came in with some off-duty person dressed in regular street clothes, bro. And the thing that stood out to me the most with the police officer was she had blue eyes, piercing blue eyes, and blonde hair. And it's almost like she had it noticeably doing, like, yep, stop by the salon, let me make sure she know this is just done. And I said, man, I'm not trespassing. I'm looking at a home here. And she was like, you need to come with me. I was like, no, buddy. Now, I mean, I don't give a flip what you saying in my head. Now, I know devilish well I'm supposed to be here. And I was just talking to these people. So what do you mean is what I'm feeling like. This lady, y'all, this boy just fell off a skateboard right here. Y'all ain't playing him. I feel. Because I did just stop out of nowhere. But he fell off that skateboard. He ran back and get it, but I was like, dang. I thought it was one of them little hovey thingies. And he flew off of it because he ran, I guess. But I remember I fell off a skateboard one time, and I kind of ran a little bit too. Because the skateboard threw me, I feel like. But dang, I just found out where I was at. But I'm kind of remembering. Y'all, I'm going to shorten this story up because I see I'm at, 4 minutes ain't that bad. But y'all couldn't believe it. I feel so stupid for how I got drugged out of there. Bro, I was not playing with this cop, bro. She was finna have to see me, bro. I flipped out. Girl, I stay up the street. You is not finna come in here talking to me like as if you know that I'm fucking. Girl, you not fixing to be Can't even get hard. Like, what are you talking about? I love this man. I could not believe this happened to me. All I could think is, I know this man did not send somebody that I am terrified of, a cop and a blue eye. Like, I could not believe it. Where is he? You still ain't here after sitting here at this table this long. You not answering my phone call. It's like, did you set me up? And these bitches was in on it. Why the would I be hanging out at? I got our own house. His family felt like my shit was, bro, they put spray paint on my garage. These people been trashing me since I met this man. Like, they were talking about all your rats gonna die, all your roaches gonna die. And when I told him about it, he was like, oh, like, wait a minute, what? I said, because he thought that his people from the prison was turning on him because he was with. I'm sitting here like, bruh, I just wanted this man to realize, bro, them is not your prison buddies. You made that up. Somebody is attacking us here mentally, and we gotta get out of this house. I know what I seen them following me. I got that. But I think that a shoe fly if we just work together in here. And all the while you done set my ass up, bro. This motherfucking cop, bro, they had to drag me out of there. I felt like, bro, I'm not playing. The way they had me, they was holding me, bro. My arms was like, I'm just like, I was not giving in to the legs. You would get no leg work from me. Because if I did something wrong, I would have gave you my legs. I would have walked to that car. But since you're going to have to get me there the best way you can. And I'm giving all the body meat. I wish I was still 280 something pounds that time so they could work for that. But god darn it, they lift me up like a feather. And drove me to that car, bro. All these people was out there like this. In the neighborhood. Why would you be sitting there like this? And they was like, sis, yes, you do not let them talk to you any kind of way. I'm like, honestly, like, where did y'all even come from? And that's the last thing I wanted, was people to think I was against the police. I kind of stood up a little bit. I got in the car a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. I felt like this man was doing this. Y'all, I got in the car and I just was over it. I'm tired of this. I have tried, Lord. Even though I did believe that man hooked me up and was God. I was sitting there like reading the Bible like it said God walked the earth one time. Maybe he did it again. Through this man, and I didn't believe that he was God. This man is mean. Then you go to church and they be like, God is a jealous God. God is a this God. He's an envious God. He don't want you put nothing before. And I'm like, oh God, maybe this God again. And I told this motherfucker you're not. Anyways, and now he's doing this to me. So that's why I told my mom that I never let it out my mouth. I told my kids, still pray. Even though I was still going through that stuff in my mind, I still was telling my kids to pray and say their prayers. My kids was telling me no. You pray to your God. They was talking back then. It was not settling no more. And like I said, the only thing I thought is that house. We both met up in there. We linked up on there. We got to get out of there. So when he did this and surprised me with this whole little getaway with the kids going, I just was too surprised. I never had that happen before. And I fed into that. All the while, you set me up, y'all. I was in the back of that cop car. I took my glasses off. I had glasses that had gold around the rim. And now I'm telling you this, my son told me they had. I always feel like it was cameras. Because I never wanted to believe this man was with my mind. So I always believe it camera. My son told me it was camera in my glasses. I did not believe it. I was examining them. I'm like, there's no way. But anyways, y'all, I had laid in the back of the police car. She was like, where you live at? Where you from? Like, being rude. And I was like, just take, she like, where you going? Where you supposed to be at? So I was like, I was supposed to be here. But I live blank and blank and blank. So I'm guessing that because I answered her question, I supposed to have been here for an appointment. I didn't say appointment, I'm not gonna lie. But I was supposed to have been here. Did you not check the books? I mean, I couldn't believe that, y'all. And I laid down in the seat. Y'all, I was just thinking so much about how he did this to me. I'd be darned if I didn't wake up on another side of the devilish world. I said, what in the hell? I was sitting there, I said, man, where are we going? And she said, you gonna be all right. Yeah, it was actually, when I looked at the real light, it was ladies out there, like strippers, actually, not strippers, but prostitutes, actually getting the money from the man. Like, it was that deep. Like, I know that ain't no hoochie skirt with the heels on and a wig, and she getting the money from the man, like, and another one coming up from a household. Like, it was like, is this the strip? Like, I'm telling you, it was out in the open in the daylight. So I'm knowing this ain't where I'm supposed to be at. So I was like, I don't know if she's taking me the long way home. Or and wanting to just communicate, like, you know how officers do. They be like, you gonna talk? Well, I just want to talk to you. And when you don't open up, they be trying to ride you and just be like, I just need, they stop and get you a donut. I didn't really know what was going on. I just knew I couldn't believe it was a lady. I think that lady was popping the top on the coat. Like, I'm just thinking, you should be minding their business right now. And she was like, yeah. Like, she said something as in reference to, yeah, you don't, yeah, you down here, yeah, this how it happened, like, you're here now. And I was like, no, I know where I live at. I don't know what he said. I don't even know what all I was saying. I know I wasn't going crazy. I was just like sitting back there like, no, I told you where I live at. Now, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I done told you where I live at, and you gonna take me. Y'all, I be darned if I didn't look again and I was entering the jail. I was like, oh, what's It's not funny. I promise. I thank God for being free. I think that's why I'm laughing now. I was knocking on that thing, even though I know she's hearing me. The window thing went down. We talking. I'm just knocking on there like, hey, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're in the wrong facility. You got me beat. Y'all, she was like, oh, I told you this is where you at. You ain't want to tell me where you supposed to been at. That lady was hardcore. I'm like, later, I don't want to say my address. Well, it's not my address no more, but I said blank and blank Creel Road, and that's right up the street. Now, I don't know where you at, but this is not where I'm supposed to be. And she said, well, your husband made a report. And I'm like, my husband, and I didn't even want to hear nothing else that she said. Because husband, lady, ma'am, I don't know if that came off as weird, but I'm not playing. I didn't think she was understanding me. Just like now, I guess I'm giving cat. Poke it. I was on that there board, the bar thing that's right there in front of the thing. I was like, man, you got me fucked up. I'm not going in there. I am a citizen. Whatever. I just thought that was wrong. What crime have I committed? For real. I don't know. I was just like so out of it, y'all. I couldn't believe what was happening to me. And she was like, she told me to go that I was gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. She ain't got nothing else to say to me. So I had to get out of the car. And when I got in there, everybody, not one woman approached me. Not one. When I tell you they treat you just like you have killed 20,000 people, bro, if you ain't in there giving them what they want, they ain't trying to hear that. I'm up there like, man, I don't know what's really going on here. She like, that's fine, just go in the this room right here. And we gonna talk to you in just a second. Just this the holding room. Y'all, I was in that room for about 5-10 hours. I was beating them. I'm like, hey, no. Y'all ain't even busy. Y'all sitting at the table. Bro, it was a whole pad right now. When I walked into the room, it's a whole pad. Something that I could put a pin in and I could tell you about why the pad was there and why it symbolized so much to me. Put a pin in it just in case you want to hear about it. And I'll tell you about it. I got 16 minutes now. But she was like, she put me in the holding room. I had this ring. And it was a silver ring that my grandma gave me that said Jesus on it. I ain't even flex. I don't know. I carried that. I had that ring forever, y'all. And I was just beating and pinning it for if y'all want to know how to store it with the ring, how I lost the ring. But I was just beating on that darn window with that ring. Because I was like feeling like, hey, maybe they got it soundproof where this don't work. Because so many people just beat on it like this. But I got a ring. It was giving SpongeBob under the sea. That old man that had that darn ring. It was giving that. I was beating on that door. It was almost like they heard me, they seen me, but they did not say anything to me. And when they finally said something to me, and that's a pin in it, because it's a whole nother story, y'all. They brought out the niggas. They brought out so many men to use the phone at the time they came to me. And every last one of the men was on the phone looking like they wasn't even looking like they were me. They were just looking like, you said what? What? Like as if they had a bounty on my head. I wanted to get back into that room, like as if they set it up to be like, okay, what did you say you need? You needed to use the phone. And then when they did let me use the phone, it's full of men out here that is just making me feel so uncomfortable. Then when I finally got to the phone, y'all, I'm standing there. She tell me I only got a certain amount of time on the phone. So I'm trying to get my thoughts together, just make sure my kids just know I'm straight. Or make sure my uncles them just, okay, y'all, I ain't gonna get them this weekend. Because I didn't know what the freak was going on. That's all I wanted to say is just, maybe if y'all have to put them in school, like, we wash the clothes and, I don't know what's going on. But, y'all, the darn phone was saying that I needed a card to use. So y'all bozos sat there. Y'all needed a card or either a pen to use the phone. So y'all gonna sit there and let me sit out there and wait till a phone is available. Only to tell me later when I'm sitting there, I done did it, I done mashed it. I'm like, okay, maybe it's something wrong with it. Only for me to have to go back to the desk and for y'all to say, you ain't got no pen. I mean, just talking just like that, eating a fish sandwich. You ain't got no pen. You ain't got no card. Well, that's all you can do home. Like, what do you mean? I was in Wright Street. Y'all, I don't even know why they passed so many of the jails. I don't even know why she passed that many jails to go to Wright Street. Y'all, it was hell in there. And when I say I rapped, the majority of the day I was there, y'all, I just started seeing all the walls and the writings and the stuff that was going on. They weren't listening to me. I was going crazy, y'all. I actually was one of the ones that stopped up the toilet. I was one of the ones that was throwing the food back. Stop giving me this is poison. I was so goddamn hungry. But I was like, I'm standing up for myself. Because I'm not supposed to be here. And I was flipping out. I was always told that when you act up, it's only gonna make somebody hold you more. But I'm sorry, y'all ain't even let me get that goddamn one phone call on my kids was in, and y'all got me held up here. Talking about my husband said, when they finally got to me, they said my husband said I needed some help. And I was losing my mind. First off, how y'all ain't even lost y'all mind? What is my name on the paper? When you got my social, I done said that to you. And you sitting up here still calling me LeBlanca Blanca Blank. And that ain't my devilish name. So who in here really need the help? You sitting here saying this is my husband. You haven't even seen him because I ain't even seen him around here. I'm still looking for him. So I'm just trying to see how is all this communication coming to these people from my husband. My mama even said when she came to get me that they were saying my husband said I had to be there. As if it was court ordered, like in a prison, a jail, at the top floor, man. Bro, I was bucking booty naked. Like I would just, I couldn't not believe what my life had been in. Like, I could not have believed it. God, it's who I know. And you sitting telling me he let me go through this. It was the devil is a lie. I'm going to show the devil he a lie. I'm not doing shit y'all want me to do. I was crying every day. I ain't gonna lie. But when I tell you that's a whole nother pen. Bruh, stuff will move around that motherfucker like... I remember one day, girl, I'm not playing with you. One day, the door popped the lock on my cell. I kid y'all not. It just happened. I was so ready to get out of there and beating on the door. I wanted to see my kids, man. And I just heard it, and it popped the lock on them. It was voice in my head telling me, you just believe. Even though all this other stuff was going on to it, and I can give them plenty of more detail. But the lock popped, and the door opened. I pray to God that everybody, if anybody that hear this, if I pray to people that was going through this and was there at the time would hear this. But the block popped, y'all, and I walked out of there, out of that cell. I was sitting there like, dun, 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 dun. That's all that was going through my head, dun, dun, just to get out of there. And I was trying to get out of there. I went into I ain't want to say that part. Y'all, they had panties. I ain't gonna lie. But I thought that the panties was just for the ladies because we on the floor. But they was weird because they was in the drawer that you pull out. It was the room where they look for everybody when the police sit in that pod. It was panties in a drawer. It was flashlights. It was all that. But I thought, okay, maybe the panties. When I first seen it, I was like, is they smelling our panties? But then I'm done, looking in another drawer and just looking in another drawer. I don't even know what the freak for. I think it was just for the keys, but I didn't even know why I was gonna need some keys. I just knew I needed a set of keys. And y'all, I came out the room and this man in a cell, and he was like, I ain't kidding you. He said my daughter's name. That's the only thing distracting me. He said, oh, who's Stina? Like, it seemed like he said that fucking name, bro. You not gonna tell me. So I'm on a mission right now. And I'm just gonna pay somebody some fucking attention. No. I said, I stopped at that room. I said, motherfucker, what you just said? He said it again. And then when I said, say it again, bitch, so I'm knocking on the window. I'm beating on the door. I'm trying to get in his door. So he all dancing in the window. He kind of like big a little bit. So he dancing in the window. Y'all, out of nowhere, it was 20 darn feel like Ninja Turtles. All these polices in green. They were like with the watong and the mace gun and I don't even know, real gun. Like, they were like if you don't, what the fuck is you doing out here? Like, I'm not playing. This is just the word that came out of their mouth. How the fuck did you get out? And I said, he's saying my daughter name. That lady said, girl, you don't shut the fuck up. I'll shoot your ass, girl. I'll shoot you. I mean, that's what she said to me, bro. She like, girl, I will fucking, girl, shut the fuck up. And I'm still just like, oh no, y'all ain't listening to me. This motherfucker, I'm just losing a little bit. And she shot me twice. And the men, y'all, all I can think about is my front two teeth. The men came and I don't like my teeth, but I mean, Jesus, it's good to have them. They slammed me so hard. It almost put me back in the mouth. My baby daddy did it. They slammed me so hard, I thought I was just going to lose my teeth. I had to just make sure. I felt myself lose balance. But I couldn't stop thinking about that man. Even though she shot me twice with that taser in my legs, this shit was hurting. And I was still just thinking about that door, y'all. And I was like, I know y'all heard him. And I'm just like, they was all over me, bro. Like they will get your ass, bro. Stop playing, bro. Y'all sit there and act like they something what y'all want to, bro. When they get you, bro, I'm not playing, bro. They will freaking fuck your brother up. Just calm down, bro. Like, oh my God. I felt like them motherfuckers was twisting and you were getting these cuffs, bro. I don't give a damn what you do out of what you do when the cuffs on you. I feel like that's what they care about. Long as they on you, man, shut up. Like, that's what I felt like, man. The way they slammed me, bro. And the women were just like, and I felt like, women, really? I guess they were just surprised at how I got out. And they took me to this room. And they was telling me, oh man, I think I just got locked in my goddamn tailgate. I was keeping my foot here. Now I'm gonna have to climb in the darn top of the car to get out. But I was like, in the little room. And they was like, if you calm down enough, I'll take them out your leg. Y'all, I didn't even know the darn thing stay in your leg. I think they clipped it. Because she was telling me, you need to calm down so you can get out your leg. I was like, no, you're not listening. And I think they were just like, hell, take them. Clip the cords off and just had it in my leg. Because I'm back there in the thing. And she was like, if you calm down, we'll take that out your leg. I hadn't even noticed. It hurted at first, but I hadn't noticed it was still in my leg. And I said that and laid back down on the bed. That shit started hurting so bad, man. I couldn't help it but go back to the door and ask, can somebody get this on my leg? It's dying. My leg was dang on dying. And then they tested me. I didn't read nothing in my system like that. Like, nothing, nobody laced me or nothing. Now, I got laced, and that's a whole story time. But it was nothing like this man laced me or nothing. It was nothing like nothing weird about my test. And y'all, I'm going to have to go because it's 29:01:02, and I only got 30:46 left in my memory card. So I'm going to have to upload and come back. But it was nothing in my system. All they kept saying is, baby, your husband, the nursery ladies is like, he said you need some help, and we just here to help. But why would you have me in a prison if you were here to help me? Well, jail. And why would you not let me call my children or even my family? That's why I'm feeling like it's not help. And you've had me here for 2 weeks now. I was in there a whole month and something. I was in there from in January to almost the beginning of No, not in January. December. What's coming? November. The end of November. I was in the whole Christmas and everything to the beginning of January. And like I said, nobody could talk to me. They did not feed me. I ate literally the whole time I was in there. I ate two um sandwiches, two bologna sandwiches, and some cookies that a girl gave me, which is another story because I loved her. But it was so much stuff that went on in them there that I it's 30, 40, 30, 25 y'all already, and I told y'all I got 30, 46, so it's gonna go on. But it was I know you probably think you didn't eat because you was saying you threw the food. Girl, that was before. And I don't give a fuck how much food I threw. Why was I not able to make a